Thanks for joining us. We will now begin with an opening statement from Coach Brian O'Connor and then go to questions. Use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you are called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. First, we'll go to Bennett. Bennett, go ahead.
Bennett Conlon with the Daily Progress. Coach, what's the message to the team after a game like this? And I know you guys have had your backs against the wall before, but how do you, rally quickly and get ready for Thursday?
Well, the message, Bennett, was that, certainly it was a tough loss, but Mississippi State won the game, right? We didn't do enough. We didn't finish the game, certainly on the mound, and we had opportunities to extend our lead numerous times in the middle of the game, and we just didn't do it. And that's a credit to Mississippi State. And, it was important. I told our guys that they didn't think about this game as we lost the game. They won it, right? And it's important that they think of that way. Sometimes, when you have a guy that's going out there, he's got a no-hitter, he's, pitching a great ball game, you're up 4-0 going in the last 2 innings, and they take the lead. Sometimes you can think about that we lost it, but all the credit goes to Mississippi State, right? They had key players rise up and get big clutch hits and clutch at bats, and so they won the ball game. And so that was my message, as well as that. I'm proud of this team. They have bounced back every time that they've been challenged. And so we've been in this position before. And so we have an opportunity to come back out here in this great stadium 2 days from now and represent Virginia baseball the right way. And I know that they'll be ready for that because I know the character that they have.
Next question will go to Jeff. Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, Jeff White, VirginiaSports.com. Brian, until he gave up the home run in the 8th, Griff had been basically unhittable. Just what are your thoughts on his performance and, continuing his run of postseason?
Well, Jeff, he was terrific. He was in complete control of the game. Hey, to Mississippi State's credit, they hit some balls hard, right? He had 8 strikeouts. There were some balls that were put in play that were squared up to outfielders, but he was terrific. I mean, he responded like we had hoped that he would, and it's unfortunate for him that we just couldn't finish it off because he was spectacular tonight, and it's too bad that it ended the way it did for him.
Again, as a reminder, if you have a question, please use the raise hand function. Next, we'll go to Preston. Preston, please state your name and affiliation. Try that again, Preston.
All right, thank you. Hey, Coach, Preston Will with CBS 19. How do you just manage you mentioned they've been down before like this, but this is a little bit of a different kind of loss. How do you manage the roller coaster of emotions there at the end over the next couple of days?
We'll start to manage it tomorrow. Tonight we'll get back and we'll have some dinner and get a good night's rest, and we'll practice tomorrow and we'll talk about it. What this team has showed, week after week with their ability to step up and keep fighting is impressive. So I've got complete confidence that they will be ready to play and believe that we'll do the job. We might not win the game, but I know that they'll be ready to play, and I know that they'll compete every pitch and give it the best they can. And if we do that, we have a shot, and then we'll see what happens from there.
And if you have a question, please use the raise hand function. Next, we'll go to Jeff. Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, Brian, when Allen gets up in the 8th, at that point he was 0 for 3, had struck out twice, but with a player that talented, are you kind of holding your breath the whole time?
Yeah, well, I'm telling Steven when he comes in the ball game, he's got to make pitches down in the zone. You're looking for a ground ball. Obviously, he's a tremendous player, right? The kind of player that you could sit there and say you don't want him to beat you, right? But you also don't want to walk him because he's his run takes the lead. So you want to make him earn it. And to his credit, he did. He put a great swing on the ball. We didn't execute, and he made us pay for it. And that's what great players do. And that said, we're the home team. We still have two shots at it. Ultimately it's the sixth run that ended up being the one that was the dagger that we just couldn't come back from.
Again, if you have a question, please use the raise hand function. We'll go to Bennett. Bennett, please say your name and affiliation.
And count on the Daily Progress. You went to Messenger first out of the bullpen. I know you've got a ton of options. I guess what was the logic with him first?
Well, I thought he was fresh. He's done the job for us, all year. Went right to him. The bases were clean after the home run. Just felt like, okay, he goes out there and gets 2 outs. And then my plan was to go to Stephen Schock in the 9th inning. They did a nice job with 2 strikes against him, and the leadoff hitter hit a double into the left center gap. And so I just felt like, that could be the ball game there. And Stephen Schock had told me, I watched him throw 2 days ago. I thought he looked sharp. He told me 2 days ago against Tennessee that he was ready to go, and he told me that again tonight. And the guy's been our guy, all year long, and he just couldn't hold him. He just couldn't get the job done. So I got a ton of confidence in both of those guys, a ton of confidence in Mess, and I knew at some point tonight he'd be in the ball game.
Next, we'll go to Caroline.
Coach, after a strong performance in the Super Regionals and Regionals, Devon has struggled a little bit at the plate. What's your message to him to kind of get him out of that funk here in Omaha?
Well, I think he's pressing a little bit. He's done so many great things for us. He's one of the guys that is the reason that we're here. And, he's just, he's a great player. He's done some terrific things. He's probably pressing a little bit, and he wants to do more, right? And sometimes that has the reverse effect. So, listen, he'll keep battling, and I know the character of him, and I know it'll come back his way.
Next, we'll go to Hank. Hank, go ahead. Say your name and affiliation.
Hey, Hank Chris with the Associated Press. Brian, in a lot of great pitching performances, when a guy's pitch count gets up, once an inning starts with a walk or something like that, you often see him come out of the game. Mm-hmm. Does a no-hitter cause you to rethink that at all? Or, obviously could have got a ground ball double play or something like that.
Yeah. No, it didn't. I didn't think about taking him out of the game at that time after the walk. I thought it was a really good pitch that he made, and it was really close. But I didn't think about taking him out, until the home run, and I just felt like, it was he did his job, and it was a clean time to bring Zach Messenger in, and so Hank, I didn't consider taking him out after the walk.
Thank you, Coach, for your time today.
Thank you.
We'll be joined momentarily by Griffin McGarry. Please use this time to raise or lower your hand as necessary. All right, we are now joined by Griff, so please use the raise hand function to indicate if you would like to ask a question. Again, as a reminder, Griff cannot see you, so please state your name and affiliation when you are called on. So we'll go to Preston. Preston, go ahead.
Hey, Griff, Preston Willett with CBS 19. Just what was this night like that started off so special for you, and then just kind of got carried away there at the end of the 8th inning?
Yeah, definitely a roller coaster of a night, but nonetheless, very exciting. Seeing my teammates kind of jump on, an early lead, and it seemed like barrel after barrel. It was really awesome to see, and hats off to Mississippi State. It's a great program and a bunch of ball players. So it was a great game, and we're obviously tough ending for us, but we're not out of the fight. We've been in this situation before in the regionals and super regionals. I'm feeling really confident, and I know our guys will get it done.
Bennett, again, as a reminder, use the raise hand function. If you have a question, Bennett, go ahead.
Bennett Conlon with the Daily Progress. Griff, I know the team's been in this kind of situation before, with the back against the wall. Is this one any more of a gut punch just because of how good the team was through the first 7 innings?
Sorry, could you repeat that? I was having a hard time hearing.
Yeah, I was just asking if this is any more of a gut punch given how good the team was in the first 7 innings of this one.
I don't think it was a gut punch. I mean, that's just baseball. It's a game that can go back and forth, and Mississippi State got the best of us tonight, but I'm hoping we play them again, and we'll get another chance at them, and that's just baseball.
All right, again, if you have a question, please use the raise hand function. We'll go to Aaron. Aaron, go ahead.
Aaron Fitt, D1 Baseball. Griff, obviously you've really had to grind through this season and figure out this control piece as you've gone. But what's been the key for you? I mean, the last 2-3 weeks now, it seems like this is the guy. This is the guy that you always were kind of destined to be. How are you able to unlock this?
Yeah, I think definitely just a lot of hard work. My coaches, Coach Oak and Coach Drew, instilling confidence in me. Even when I was struggling, throughout the season. There's been a few slight mechanical changes. Working a little bit more downhill with my front shoulder. And that's something Coach Drew and I have been working on a lot over the past few months. And I think just the biggest thing for me is my teammates and my coaches still believing in me, despite not having success. And I think that goes to say a lot about our program, a lot about the guys I'm playing with and the people that I'm playing for.
Next, we go to Preston. Preston, go ahead.
Yeah, Griff, just going off the experience that y'all have had this postseason with the other 2 losses, but also both coming by just 1 run, just what do you learn from those, and how do you apply that over the next few days to get ready for Thursday?
Yeah, I think it just kind of gives you a little perspective. That's just baseball, as I kind of alluded to earlier. It's not going to go your way sometimes, but it's all about how you bounce back. And we've done a great job of that this postseason, and I'm very confident in this team, and that we'll be able to do it again.
All right, next we'll go to Damon. Damon, please state your name and affiliation.
Hey, Griff, it's Damon from Cavs Corner. You're talking a lot about how confident you guys are, and even when you lost that first game to South Carolina, you guys were confident. And even going into April when you guys were kind of behind the 8 ball, where does that confidence stem from as a program that you guys have leaned on these last couple of months?
Yeah, I think, majority of that is our coaching staff. Those guys really care about us, and they know what we're capable of. And, on a night like this, where it's a close game and a tough loss, they're still positive and, ready for the next game. And just kind of reminding us that we're not out of this fight, and that there's still more baseball to be played. So I'd say it starts with the coaching staff, and also it's a special group of guys. I'm really grateful to be a part of this program, especially right now. And these guys know what we can do, and everybody has each other's back, and just relying on each other when things get tough. It's really important, and I couldn't be more grateful for the group of guys that I'm able to play with.
All right. Thank you, Griff, for your time today. All right. Thank you all for participating. You can find a recording of this press conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com, and transcripts are available at ncaa.com/transcripts. Thank you for joining us.